The rest of the day.
It's in my head for a minute.
Someday we'll do the second verse.
Not today.
I don't know how to do it.
No glasses.
JP has our invocation.
Let us pray. Almighty and ever-living God, we gather here this morning in the name of service above self. Please help us to remember that it's often the smallest things that we do that can have the greatest impact and benefit for those around us. Please bless those of us who have traveled a great distance today to be with us and continue to watch them as they go along their way. Please bless the food that we've enjoyed here today, and please bless those who prepared it. Amen. Amen.
My pleasure. Meredith Klotz, our district doctor, she's standing in the front.
Oh, no, it sounds better every second here. So, Lexi asked me to talk about the results of the Purple Pinky last Saturday. And I hope you saw the email that we sent out on Monday morning, but we raised over $55,000. And every single club participated. So, isn't it amazing when we all work together, what we can do together? So thank you, Emmaus. We really, really appreciate it.
And with the match.
Oh, and with the match, okay, with the match, well, 55 times 3 is $165,000. Wow.
Thank you. Mike has some other guests to introduce.
Good morning. What a great crowd here today. Boy, it looks great. I'm going to introduce just a few people. First of all, Gene Scheit from Allentown West is here. Where's Gene? Welcome. Good to have you here. And boy, it looks like Bill and Sue Weber are back again. Wow, they just keep showing up. That's just really cool. It's really great to see. The other guests are going to be introduced as part of the exchange program, so I'll save that for the folks who are going to introduce them. So.
Thank you. Did you notice when we sang R-O-T-A-R-Y, the line, he profits most who serves the best? That was the earliest Rotary motto in 1911. It was changed in 1950 to service, not self. Then in 2004, we got the motto, in 1989, we got service above self. But then, in 2004, they went back and changed the first motto, which is still one of our mottos, to the plural. They profit most who serve the best. So I just thought that was kind of fun to know. Thank you for staffing our sign-in table, Eileen and Joe. The E-Ray table, Craig, and our greeter, the late Christine, was helped out by Fred. Thank you, Fred. We're making the newspapers, an artifact from former time newspapers. And there's a board meeting next week after the meeting, okay?
Yes, I did.
Announcements from the floor. Bob.
I'm setting a first today. I'm deciding what my fine was. I already paid it, it's $5. And I'll tell you why. First, of course, I'll update you to the Northwestern Field Hockey Club. My granddaughter, they lost to Penn State, but they beat Rutgers in a little town called Parsippany, New Jersey. On Wednesday night at 6:30, my wife's in one room with her TV, and I'm in the other room reading the paper and watching TV, and she yells over, Owen's on TV. Owen's one of my grandchildren. He just graduated from Temple University. He works for CHOP, Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. I tried to ask her what station it's on, and she said, you already missed it. Well, his first job, and he got the job right out of Penn State, he works for the PR fun part of CHOP, and he also respects their, gets people to come. And she couldn't remember whether he gave a plaque to somebody who just donated. She said it was either $5 million or $50 million, and she couldn't remember which. But for a kid right out of college, so giving a plaque to somebody who gave money for research at the Children's Hospital, I got to ask him if he held on to the check too. I didn't see it, but that's why I find myself. And then last week I was so excited to get out of here. I wore my badge home, and then I forgot to bring it today, so I already paid my $5.
Jim?
Yeah, I thought I'd give an update. Bob Halsey and I went to the memorial service for Jerry Friedman. He passed away a week or so ago. 100 people were there. Jerry had a great, pardon me? 200 people were there? Okay. But Jerry had a great life. His family really appreciated us being there, and there were Rotary flags all over the place. He started a club. He was a member of a 100 Club. He started a club near 100, and it was a very nice event.
Thank you, Jim. Mike and I are back from Harrisburg, where we had RLI training, so we're better equipped. Dee?
For those who didn't pay me, who signed up for donations for the Purple Pinky for our team, Gary, I, Cindy, Watt, and Chris took photos of everybody. And Herb was our main cheerleader, and since he's here, now you know, if he knows, you owe me. So, if you haven't paid me in the next 2 weeks, please pay me so I can get it to him, so everybody gets credit.
Thank you, Dee. Eileen?
Well, if you didn't see the newsletter this week, we've collected 177 boxes of macaroni and cheese. So by November 18th, we should meet our deadline of 200 because there's a bunch out there to take home. Thank you very much for supporting the Angel Network.
Thank you.
Your
Did
name.
you know we have a club member named No One? No one has not read the trumpet. Did you get it? Double negative. Karen?
So this weekend we have Make a Difference Day, Saturday. If you haven't already signed up and would like to, there's some sheets there. We still could do with more people at the Halloween parade. And there'll be refreshments afterwards at Steve Gould's Veterinary Gardens. So at the moment we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 people. We really do need 10. So if you can spare the time, it's a couple of hours, you've done so we really need help with that. And it's going to be great weather, so should we?
I'm doing it. You can walk with me in the parade.
Yeah, let's do it then. All right, that's it.
Thank you, Karen. Mike?
Just to follow up with that, unfortunately or fortunately, I won't be here this weekend. It's my mother's 90th birthday, and actually people flew in from Portland yesterday. So I won't be there, so I'm going to ask people to take pictures, but please only send me your 5 best different activities. I want to put them up at the website, but just pick out the 5 that you think really show what went on at that particular activity. Have my email address in the newsletter, and just send them to me, Sunday or Monday, and we'll use them next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this coming Tuesday, October 22nd, is our fellowship event at the Emmaus Public Library. We're going to watch Hocus Pocus and meet the pumpkins, and whoever would like to leave their pumpkin behind we're going to take them over to the Legend of Allentown to help brighten up some seniors' spaces. So I have a bunch of people who signed up. If you're still interested, send me an email, send me a text, send me a smoke signal, whatever you want to do. It's going to be a really nice time. Reward yourself for all the hard work you do over the weekend for Make a Difference Day. We're going to have snacks and drinks and things like that too. All right? Thanks.
It's a public library, don't get too excited about the drinks.
I asked her, I said, can we bring wine? And she was like, no one's ever asked that before.
Rotary first.
No other announcements, we're going to go straight to the raffle, and that's Christine.
Right. Have the district governor do it. Oh, yeah, he's skilled. All right. Here we go. I think that
Okay.
Maybe I'll want a coffee. I'm gonna go.
Okay, last three numbers, 095.
You got it? All right. I knew I should have said it.
Number's 106.
Who's that? Maybe it's me.
Over here.
Oh, all right.
Sergeant at Arms Emeritus.
Hey, it's me again. No, just kidding. No, I'm not. It is 108, right here. We'll pick another one. Somebody else.
He's playing about 7 tickets.
Yeah, how do we check?
126. Yep, that's me again.
Get someone else to take.
How many did you buy?
I didn't buy any. I just.
Next thing is going to say,
Why 20?
Who wants this one?
Me.
089. That's me.
Oh, my God. Oh, come on.
Have somebody else pick it.
All right. There we go.
074.
Bingo.
All right. You asked and you shall receive.
Nice.
you ready, Sergeant of Arms?
I am indeed.
At Arms.
As some of you may know, because I got well wishes already, today is my birthday. I was going to waive all fines today, but since people paid me, all right, we're not gonna. Thank you. There's people leaving early. I'm not gonna say any names or point them out. There's people that forgot name badges. Some people have pins that they don't want to wear. They're laying them on the table. But I have collected fines, so we're gonna go with, I will be the first to do Happy Dollars. So, today, not quite. Today is my birthday, and I started a diet July 4th. So the combination of the two is 83.
Wow.
That way I don't reveal anything to anybody.
So you're
Yes, right. Cindy.
Hi, I have 10 happy dollars. I'm so excited. I'm happy for the Oregon people. But do you realize, see, now that I'm not district governor, I don't have to follow the rules. And we have our district governor and a past governor and a past assistant governor. And if you watch the video of Herb's presentation, he said, the best club in the district. And that's
I'm sorry, I demand the opportunity to rebut. First of all, I am extremely proud this morning to be a Rotarian because of things like our exchange here. This is just incredible that Rotary does it. You all know that Sue and I love the exchange program, and this is why. We just gather new friends all over the world. It's fantastic. I'm also proud this morning to be a past member of the Emmaus Rotary Club. And I do know that you, without a doubt, have the best breakfast in the district. However, this is undoubtedly the second best Rotary in the district. Sorry, Cindy.
Yeah, but it was a rebuttal, it doesn't count, we just want your money.
Is it the truth?
Just take it
Anyway, Dee, go ahead.
Okay, but if we don't have the best breakfast, why is it that the district governor wasn't at your meeting, but for the Allentown West Club, though, for helping me out and hosting.
I love you too, Cindy.
I spent this weekend down in North Carolina near Wilmington, place called Southport, Oak Island. It was great, nice weather. My wife and we only argued for one day.
I'd just like to provide $100 for all the people that came out for Miracle League on Saturday. It was the first time I'd been, and I was amazed by it. I also came with my AI girls, and I was amazed by Bob Parsley's microphone. He is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he's good enough.
I have two happy dollars. One, I'm so happy to be here and a member of Rotary, and second, I'm so thankful for our host. It's just been wonderful, and I'm just really happy that we're able to share this.
I have 10 happy dollars because I'm happy that I survived my second Army 10-mile race over the past weekend. We, a group of friends and myself, run it every, well, the past 2 years we've been running it. It starts at the Pentagon and goes through the monuments, and it's a really beautiful run, inspiring your running with veterans and active duty military. And I actually beat my time last year by like 9 minutes. My goal this year was 1 hour and 40, and I beat that by 2 minutes. So 1 hour and 38.
A personal best.
All right, so on Monday I got to take off work with my kids for Columbus Day, and we went down to Rittenhouse Square and just had a nice time walking around. And my 14-year-old daughter, she just wanted to shop. Oh, look at all the shops. And my 9-year-old son, he wanted to put dollar bills in all the homeless people's little cups. And I said, why can't you be more like your brother? You know, look how giving he is. He doesn't want anything here. She said, Mom, I just made the National Junior Honor Society. I can't be smart and kind at the same time.
Smart she is.
She can. She's
so first of all, I'm not getting in the middle of the Emmaus Allentown.
Smart move, huh?
But I am happy because this is the first Rotary meeting I've been to in the last 3 months, and I'm not the speaker.
Thank you. Perfect segue. Dee, will you come up and introduce our program today?
Talking to this. I feel like I'm talking to a cotton ball. Well, everyone, as you know, we have our group from the Rotary Friendship Exchange, and as you know, also known as the Rotary Food Exchange. We've been stuffing them as much as we get stuffed when we're away. This group is the first time we've done one from in-state and hasn't been abroad, but as they say, the other side lives a little differently than we do, at least. But they are from Oregon, District 5110, and their chairperson from the district is Mary Hoskins, and I'm actually going to let her introduce her team, so I don't want to take up too much of their time. So please welcome all the Oregons that came, and thank you to Allentown West because they actually helped Emmaus out and hosted some of the incoming team. And it's been a lot of fun, and I hope that all of you someday either host or go on a trip. And here they are. Hello, and thank you. We're so grateful to be here, and we've been welcomed so warmly. What a beautiful part of the country.
So greetings from District 5110. We'll describe our district in a little more detail in a minute, but we constitute much of Oregon and 4 clubs in Northern California. From left to right here, this is Walt Hogan from the Oregon coast. This is Gloria Thorpe on her 8th Friendship Exchange from Ashland, Oregon. This is Carolyn. Carolyn goes with Walt, actually. This is Dr. Kathy Hofer from Eugene, Oregon. Go Ducks. This is Deanne Werkhoven and her husband, Dr. Nick Werkhoven, also from the Oregon coast. And I'm Mary Hoskins. I'm from the Ashland, Oregon area also, and I'm the Youth Services Chair for the district. So our district governor, Rick Olson, wanted to send a warm welcome to you. We love Friendship Exchange, and it's so exciting, I think, that we're now exchanging in country. It's really fun to get to see parts of the country up close and personal with other Rotarians. So I urge you, if you haven't considered traveling and participating in Friendship Exchange, please consider it. It's a lot of fun. So here's our, I'm going to read this because it's a little hard to read, I'm sure, from the back of the room. So again, District Governor Rick Olson, on behalf of District 5110, I'd like to thank the members of District 7430 for inviting our Rotarians to spend time in your district enjoying your hospitality and friendship. Friendship exchanges are a wonderful way for Rotarians to gain a better understanding of a region and its people. We feel exchanges lead to lifelong bonds and provide us with a deeper appreciation of all our Rotary tradition. Did I lose? Something happened to... It quit on me, right? Again, thanks for your wonderful hospitality. And Rick himself is a wonderfully warm person. Just strongly committed to Rotary ideals, and as the youth services person, he's very committed to Interact, Rotaract, RILA, and Youth Exchange. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. Battery. Yeah. So do we have another battery, or
I don't, unfortunately.
are we just going to talk loud?
Talk loud for about 5 minutes or so, and
Okay,
we can get
here we
something
go.
charging.
There we go. Now it's in slide. Oh, great, perfect. Yeah. Okay. So Rotary Friendship Exchange, you have several members of your club who can explain what Friendship Exchange is. But for those of you who are not familiar with the program, it's international and national exchange programs for Rotarians and their families. So we have a couple of spouses here who are coming along with their Rotarian family members. You can also invite, I've known of exchanges that include an adult child or something like that. So relatives can come along. It's just a wonderful experience to promote world peace and understanding by spending time with each other and getting an up-close and personal view of a region. So, and it's funded, Rotary International doesn't pay for this program. It's funded by the travelers themselves. Again, you can talk to your local representatives for Friendship Exchange, but it's a very affordable way to travel as well, because you're eliminating the cost of lodging, for example, by doing homestays. So your group visited us in July and August, and we hosted them. It was delightful. And then we're now coming and enjoying your beautiful area. So this is District 5110. How many of you have been to Oregon? Okay, so, quite a few of you, okay. So, Oregon, so the District 5100 encompasses the Portland area and the large population center in our state. Our district is a large geographical district. We go all the way up to Albany and Lincoln City along the Oregon coast. So about 2/3 of the Oregon coast, all the way over to Eastern Oregon, it's a fairly big state. So Lakeview, we have a lovely club in beautiful Lakeview in Eastern Oregon. And then we go down to Northern California and pick up Scott Valley, Wairika, and Montague there. And Tule Lake just across the border. So, and I should have mentioned our district, size of the district, we have 3,200 Rotarians in our district, 68 clubs, 42 cities.
Wow, that's big.
Okay, this is just a few.
I don't think it's working yet, so. It's got the little blue dot on it.
You might be able to turn it on.
It's not working.
Not working?
Yeah.
Nope.
Can you hear me?
No.
Okay.
Like, I think you can turn it on while it's charging.
Just yell?
Yes.
Good, I got a big voice, until I cough. I put a couple of slides in here. I'm Deanne Workoven from Coos Bay. This is our district newsletter that comes out every week. And this was one of the more recent ones, just saying what some of the other clubs were doing. Reedsport, which is just only, what, 27 miles from us, they built beds for children that needed beds. They're a very small club, so that was a big thing. And then there was grants that were funded. Let me see. And we had a leadership institute, and our Polio Plus Awareness Day was in Coos Bay, of course, on September 18th, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. And then we had a winner, Petroleus Service winner there. Let me see. This was my first PowerPoint presentation I've ever put together. My 14-year-old granddaughter helped me with it. Let me see. We have Medford did a walkabout doing company, and then we had a district peace conference in Ashland, September 21st, and we launched a new website. Kickoff. Our district is very busy with all these clubs. I feel I've only been in Rotary for 2 years, not quite 2 years. I find it very rewarding, and I'm just sort of gung-ho because all these people are doing so many things as you are too. And I'm the speaker here, so does everybody hear me? This is my husband and I here on the left. And every year our town does a bus jam in December, and we fill 2 school buses full of toys and food. And this last year, my husband and I were Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus at the giveaway at the Girls, Boys, and Club. We had 350 bicycles and lots of toys. I didn't put those pictures in, but we had a little over 1,000 families came through, and they just put down the ages of their children, and then we took turns taking them through. There was a whole bunch of us with these garbage bags, and we would fill them, and my husband delivered bicycles all day to people that didn't have a way to bring the bicycles home to their kids. And we went to 2 separate towns to deliver those. On the right is a polio awareness booth that our president is on the left, Eva Shimatakahara, and we couldn't do it in October, so we did it in September a little bit earlier. And we have gone and it was just a polio awareness, and we are in the project, or in the beginning stages of going to all of our other clubs to have a fundraiser for Polio Plus. And our president's goal this year is to help save the oceans and use less plastics, and so we went to a company that makes water bottle carriers out of used plastic bottles. And so what we did was we ordered some, and our club is going to be selling these for to raise money for, and we put a universal Rotary sign on them, and it's Save the Ocean, Save the Child. And so we're going around to our other clubs to see if they want to order some, and we're trying to enlarge in that. We've been to 4 clubs, and they're taking them to their boards, and we got 2 of them to go in with us. And the more we buy, the less these cost, and the more money we make for Polio Plus, and then we have it granted. Help me out here. It's matching. The matching funds. I have a sensory neuropathic cough, and I talk fast because if I start the coughing, then I can't talk. So anyway, I have one of these to leave with your club with some literature here on how to get a hold of these people. If you would like to buy some and sell them for a fundraiser, you're more than welcome to do that. So I'll let somebody else talk. Anyway, I will leave that with your club to talk about it. Okay, Mary, you're on again.
Okay, so I'm from a little club. I love clubs this size. They're so wonderful. My club is about 25 members, but we're an active club. So it's Bear Creek Valley in Medford, Oregon, South Medford. And our signature projects are called Amigo Vision. One of our members is now retired optometrist, and he's led service teams to,
Yeah, go ahead and use the mic again, at least for a little bit.
Hello? Oh, okay. So Dr. Kurt Wilkening has led teams to Vietnam. They are going to Uganda this spring. Their last service mission was in Peru. So they've been in many parts of the world providing basic eye exams and glasses, partnering with Lions to use donated glasses and accommodate as many people as we can. So we do that internationally. We also do it locally. So we have a large population of Hispanic farm workers in Southern Oregon. And so many of them don't get basic eye care and don't get the glasses that they need. So twice a year we provide that service at a local elementary school. So it's very rewarding and just feels really good. And my experience, so this is me and my family, my dad and his wife in the front there. And family at Christmas. I love Christmas. I've now learned that Bethlehem is Christmas City, USA, so I'm going to come back for sure. But with our youth services programs in District 5110, I think we're fairly well developed in most areas. We have 34 active Interact clubs. We have 5 Rotaract clubs, 3 of them affiliated with universities. We have an active youth exchange program, both long-term, and we're building our short-term exchange programs. And then our RILA program, which is my personal passion. I was the RILA district chair and camp director for a number of years. I'm going back to that job next year. We have 144 high school sophomores between their sophomore and junior year. We have a 5.5-day residential leadership development camp. So that's our RILA program. I know each district has a little bit different format, different age groups that they serve and that sort of thing, but we love our program. So thank you so much, and I will pass the mic to, there's Camp RILA, but there's Gloria.
I am Gloria Thorpe, and I am from a town that's about 5 miles from Mary, so we get along real well. This is our project for 3rd grade youngsters in our town. We spend one full day reading and distributing a book for each child. You'd be surprised how many people youngsters don't have their own book. They get a carrier and they get the book. Our local police and our local firemen fix them a lunch, and it's a full day, and it increases their interest in reading, which is a big chore. This is myself on my 90th birthday at the Annenberg home in Santa Barbara. Our other project, which we're very proud of, is one of our members has a bit of land, and we have a garden that we produce about 4,500 pounds of food for the homeless every year. And we have volunteers, our club, the high school students come and weed and do whatever, and it's a real community affair. We also have a ice skating rink, which we assemble every winter. And of course, in the summer, they take it down. It's a portable thing. We are very, very interested in the youth projects. When I joined Rotary 33 years ago, I was interested in group study exchange. And of course, you be one committee person, then before you know it, you're district chairperson. And I even was able to take a woman's group, the first woman's group study exchange to the Caribbean. So you can imagine what fun we all had. When you are on a district committee, you meet so many people, and I recommend it to anybody. You make good friends and you keep those good friends. But of course, once you're on a committee, you are the chairperson. And that's when I discovered Rotary Friendship Exchange. Facetiously, I describe it as the geriatric group study exchange. We are very active in our youth exchange program. It's strong. And I have had the happiest years of my life as a Rotarian. I have been a business person. I taught school. I owned an insurance agency, a farm, hotel, and I ran a hotel for many years. But I always had time for Rotary. And I recommend any time you can participate in one of the Rotarian projects. So that's all.
Good morning. I'm not sure what kind of time schedule you guys are on. How much time? I know people have to go to work. So, yeah, my name is Kathy Hoffer, and I belong to Southtown Eugene Rotary Club. And we have several local projects as well as international projects. The project I wanted to talk to you about is the School for the Deaf in San Miguel de Allende. I started going down to San Miguel as a result of a Rotoplast program. How many here are familiar with Rotoplast? Everybody? And in fact, that's how I came into Rotary. In about the year 2000, I did my first Rotoplast trip to Chile, and working with the surgeons, plastic surgeons, mainly from the West Coast. And I was the first speech pathologist to go on one of these trips, and I was also an interpreter. So I started being involved with a program called EarthSpeak, which is kind of a byproduct of Rotoplast, training local care providers, psychologists, speech therapists, if they exist there, to be therapists for the children in that area so that they get ongoing therapy after their surgery. And it was a very successful program. We did a program in Oaxaca and then San Miguel. And there was a gentleman in San Miguel who is a Scottish Rotarian, one of the expats who lives there, and he had started a school for the deaf. And he said, I wonder how EarthSpeak would work with these deaf children. So we tried it for a year. It wasn't a very good program for them, actually, because the deaf need something totally different. And EarthSpeak was really set up to serve the cleft palate population. But our club ended up being a supporting club for the School for the Deaf. And since that time, we've done numerous visits to San Miguel as a group of Rotarians from Eugene. And we've even learned some sign language. And we have supported their vocational training program. They've started an industrial sewing program for the students there. And they're producing many beautiful textiles to sell to their community and the international community. So it's been a really successful program. We also have programs in Africa and Uganda. We support an orphanage there and some water projects also in Uganda. So lots of things are going on. Our club is about 88 members right now. It has varied between 88 and 100. And right now we have a lot of young people. We even have 2 new babies in our club that have their own name tags. So thank you very much. Who's talking?
Carolyn said I get to talk. So thank you so much for letting us come to Pennsylvania. I'll tell you how interested I was in RFE. We went to a district conference meeting, and there was a time when we had no section to go to, and so we both said, let's just go in here. Well, we walked in the door, and now we're in Pennsylvania, so kind of how it worked out. I joined Rotary in 1978, the same year, I think, that Bill did. So we're kind of I don't know about this group, we're kind of the old fellers of the group. I've been a past president. I've been a past pretty much everything in the club. We have a small club. And I'm currently the foundation chair, which I'm proud to be. At any rate, we don't have a claim to fame. That I had a nice walk yesterday along the Little Lehigh, was it Little Lehigh Pathway or something like that, where your past district governor decided to kill us.
We had to get rid of the food eating with some exercise.
And that was payback for what we did to Gary.
That's true. And then we were finally getting back, and then I made a mistake of asking her about her past, her occupation, and her club. And she even told me that it was your fault, because then she started talking my ear off. And actually got, from my standpoint, on the one hand, wait a minute, very depressing. On the other hand, very enlightening, because she was telling me about the percentage participation that you folks have in your projects. That's amazing. It's just amazing. I tell people all the time, if you want to be a member of Rotary, that's easy. Come lead. If you want to be a Rotarian, you go out and help with projects and you actually serve people. So that's where we find it. Okay, I'll tell you one more thing, then I'm going to have, I don't know if Carolyn wants to talk. She does a way better job than I do. If anyone has not thought about a Rotary Friendship Exchange, do it. Just close your eyes and do it. It is amazing. I have been lost in Philadelphia in a rental car. I've lost my credit card. I have spent 2 nights with Gary and Dee, and both mornings we had to wake the chickens up. And I still wouldn't trade this for anything. Thank you, folks, for having us.
And I think we have some flags to exchange. I know we're running out of time here, so. I think we have 5 of them. We're representing 5 clubs.
I'm equipped.
Thanks, Jim.
Walt, throw your flag away.
That's it.
We're in the process of redoing ours.
See, universal flag.
Thank you.
And we have a very, very famous Shakespearean festival. Yes. We invite all.
We have an outdoor theater in Ashland. It's the
One of only 2
One of-
full-size Shakespearean theaters in the country.
And you'll notice the golden green, those are the duck colors.
Ducks.
So-
Nittany Lions.
Great, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
A little picture from everybody's hometown. You're excited.
Thank you, thank you. Let's stand and enter the 4-way test.